Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I don't know if they've gotten rid of the 2020 yet. Do we still have to say that or not, or can we just say Microsoft Flight Simulator? We're on PilotEdge tonight, and we are experimental 204 Lima Echo because we're in the Zlin Cub, whatever this thing is called. I don't even look at the name. I just go, oh, there's the Super Cub, and just let her rip. But this is Savage Cub, I think is the name of it. And we're on PilotEdge. We're at Sacramento Executive right now. And we're going to fly over to Tahoe. So it's a Delta airport just south of the Sacramento Charlie, going to Reno, which is another Charlie airport. But we're going to be flying over some mountains. I won't take a realistic route doing this, or maybe we will. No, we probably won't. Maybe we will. Haven't decided yet. We might follow the freeway. There is a freeway going out there. 80. So we might follow 80 on the way up there, just in case we have any engine problems, and which is not very likely. Sim problems is more likely. The sim crashing is probably a higher likelihood than the airplane actually crashing. But anyway, it's going to look beautiful, I'm sure. And it's a gorgeous part of California and Nevada, and some great bush flying. So we're going to fly out there. If something looks like we have to land there because it'll be too much fun, we're going to land. So we might not make it straight to Reno, but that's the plan. Refuel in Reno, and then go try to find some cool spots to land out in Trent's neck of the woods. If you are subscribed, this will be the audio sound effect for the night.
Journey off the beaten path of aviation.
So whenever that timed out is completed, feel free to spam that again. We can't hear that enough tonight. So on PilotEdge, which is I've never flown a bush plane on PilotEdge except for maybe a couple times, the Prop Strike one, but it's not really PilotEdge's strength, but I think it is still a really cool use of the network. Oh, did I not have that selected? There we go.
Pull up.
Okay, parking brake. We're going to make the parking brake set here, and I'm just going to start this because I can't be bothered. Pip's dad, 99, thank you very much for following, and the brake was not on. Now the brake is on. Cool. So no, we're still rolling. Do we not have brakes? Holy crap, I don't think I have brakes. Okay, toe brakes it is. I thought if you bound brakes to your keyboard or something that it would actually hold the brakes, but apparently it does not. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna need some help here. I really didn't think about the radios too much. This is gonna be very interesting. Does this even have a transponder? I don't think this has. Am I doing something very wrong? Oh, it does. Okay, it does have the transponder over here. I was like, damn, this is gonna really suck if we don't have a transponder. All right, I need exclamation point, ATIS, KSAC. We have information Gulf. Let's do. Okay. Information Gulf. Let's go to Sacramento Executive. I do have 4 flight open, so when I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. CJ Shearer, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard tonight. Getting loaded up at Sacramento Executive, and it is a beautiful sunrise. ATIS, clearance, delivery, ground. Okay, so 25019.5. 25019.5. Okay, so let's do 250. That should be ground. And then 19.5. We might be in a situation where, well, we'll see how the transponder works, but hopefully we'll be able to sneak into Reno. Okay. All right, where am I? SAC Aviation Incorporated. Okay. Let's do. We got information Gulf. Sacramento Executive Ground, good evening. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. We have information Gulf over at Sacramento Aviation Incorporated. We are ready to taxi, departing to the northeast. I'd like to pick up flight following as well to Reno.
Experimental 204 Lima Echo, ground, departure frequency 127.4, squawk 3525, runway 20, taxi via Mike Delta, cross runway 12 at Mike.
Alright, this is departure frequency 127.4, squawking 3525, and taxi Mike Delta, runway 20, experimental 204 Lima Echo. Whoa. That's big.
Alaska 36, Phoenix altimeter.
Okay, so 35.
November 5 Victor Tango, contact approach 1933.65.
Oh god, how do you do this?
133.65, 35 Victor Tango.
How do you do this? Function button, that's inopt.
Seattle approach, November 3.
Can I not?
Tango,
Oh god. Oh, there it is, okay.
November 35 Victor Tango, head of
3-5. Oh, that's not too bad. 2-5. Sweet. That's not bad at all. I probably have to activate the transponder with the Mode C client. Yeah, so this I think is working. The Mode C client looks like it's good as well. What is this? Turn on strobes. Landing lights. Probably don't have to worry about this too much. Yeah, that's an opt. Okay. That little cutie landing light underneath the gear. It's just, that is awesome. Okay. 27-420 via Mike Delta. Okay. So we're gonna go to Mike and Delta crossing runway 12. Okay. I think I see it here. Do you have the option to change the default model in the PE client? That's probably defaulting to that generic twin jet. Yeah, I'm not sure, Zodius. I haven't. I've seen a few planes on the PilotEdge client, and they worked fine. So I don't know if that's a me issue or their issue on whatever they selected it now.
Pull up.
It's not on the list, and it's you. Okay, getting on to Mike here. Yurt, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard.
Pull up. Pull up.
We're on the PilotEdge network. Is that Sheik Jumbao? Did I get that right? Thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. I really wish those little helper things would go away. All right, so far we're looking good. Not particularly, but thank you for joining.
Okay, Alpha 994 Sierra Alpha 6 miles south of Livermore, request VFR flight following to Palato.
We should probably turn on our strobe.
Number 8940 Alpha, local approach, squawk 5577.
Pull up.
Okay, there's a nice little light in the middle of the runway. Rob Sav, thank you very much for following. Welcome. Not gonna... Oh God, what is happening right now? So Zodis, let's see.
Number 66 Golf Hotel, executive ground, runway 20, taxi via Mike Delta, cross runway 12 at Mike.
Mike Delta to
Generic airliner twin engine.
Number 40 Alpha, radar contact.
Roger, 40 Alpha.
Number 22 Bravo Alpha, radar contact, 10 miles south of Cody, altimeter 3025.
See ya. Under model matching in the settings in the client. Now it's totally gone. There it is, and it worked. Zodius to the rescue yet again. Let's go to Sacramento Tower, and then 27.4 is the departure frequency. 27.4. 27.4. There we go. Okay. SAC Exec Tower, experimental 204 Lima Echo, holding short runway 20.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
There's 204 Lima Echo, executive tower, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 20, experimental 204 Lima Echo. Thanks. Quasar, thank you so much. Geez, a 25-month streak. That is crazy, man. Thank you so much, Quasar, for the amazing support. This is, thanks to Zodius, this is working out great.
Hooker 295,
This is awesome, man. Okay. SAC Exec 20, and then we're gonna have a right, left downwind departure.
26.6.
Okay, there it is, 20. The tail is up with like maybe half throttle. Full throttle, airspeed's alive, and we're up. And, and we're flying.
Altimeter 297, expect south
Oh my
transition.
god, that's awesome. That was hilarious. Oh, we the default CSL. How do we feel about?
Executive tower, Jericho 666 Golf Hotel is ready, runway 20 Delta. Please be advised we're gonna need about 30 seconds on the runway before the rotation.
I'm
flying.
I'm pilot. Requested on course through runway 20, clear for takeoff, traffic departing southeast, above it.
Below minimums, thank you so much for 16 months. I'm Fly. I'm Pilot. That's awesome, man.
4 Lima Echo. Understand you're looking for a flight following, but I'm showing you on a VFR code. Verify your code 3525, contact NorCal departure.
Ooh, damn, okay. Yeah, roger that. We've got 3525 on our transponder, but we might not be broadcasting it. We'll work that out with approach. Experimental 204 Lima Echo.
4 Lima Echo, roger. You might try just recycling the entire code.
Okay, we'll give that a shot. Thanks. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. That looks freaking insane. Are you kidding me with how this thing looks right now? What the hell?
NorCal, demonstrate 894 Sierra Alpha, starting VFR descent to altitude 2000.
So real.
37 Tango Delta.
That looks so freaking real. I can't even believe it. Wow. Let's probably check in with Sacramento,
Seattle approach November
NorCal, or
3, 5
whatever.
Victor Tango, just checking in with you.
Oh my god.
Walker 295, make that request with Seattle approach.
NorCal approach, experimental 204 Lima Echo 2000 just off of Sacramento Executive.
For 204 Lima Echo, NorCal departure. I'm not seeing you on radar here. Do you have your transponder code in?
Yeah, transponder code is in 3525. Let me recycle that couple of spots there and see if that shows up.
204 Lima Echo, do you want better here? I'll just give you a new code, squawk 2105.
2105 for Lima Echo. 2105.
Albuquerque approach, Skyhawk 617 Tango Delta, 8,900.
617 Tango Delta, Albuquerque approach, altimeter 3024.
Okay, so that's in. That's set.
617 Tango Delta.
We're on alt. Maybe on. Let's try on. What's up, Max? The only spot that it'll matter will be mode C button.
Where are you parking?
Yeah, so I tried that. Mode C is on. So it's off. There's on.
Journal Aviation.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see you, Keith. Yeah, so you just keep it on. That doesn't matter at all, as long as the beacon code is in.
Sir 40 Victor Roger, plan for runway runway 3, 5 left.
It's a very nice change of pace, Max, and unbelievable. Like, I am absolutely floored at how this looks right now.
VOR, and you can expect Bravo clearance
Wow.
to the tower.
Look at look at that.
November 140 Victor.
Like, I'm seriously getting goosebumps at how good that looks. I don't know if you can see that. Like, that is crazy. We're in Sacramento, which, you know, isn't necessarily known for its beauty generally, but
November 140 Echo, something worked. I am receiving your message. Thank you. Radar contact. Maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
beautiful. We'll maintain appropriate VFR altitudes. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. Thanks.
Great. 940 Alpha. Do you have Palo Alto in sight?
Okay, this thing's a little bit touchy, and of course we don't have autopilot. Why did I not pick the Carbon Cub? Because I'm an idiot.
Thank you very much. Good day.
PilotEdge Flyer, how's it going? Yeah, I did it in the client. I recycled it in the client. I don't know what the hang up was there. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it was sorted, so that's good. Freaking A, this looks amazing. And it's only going to get better, too. That's pretty cool. We're going so slow. Holy crap. Max, I saw the notification there. I didn't get to read it, so... no problem. And sounds good.
Alaska 36, Phoenix Airport, 12
Awesome.
o'clock and 10 miles, report in sight.
Alaska 36 has Sky Harbor in sight.
This is...
Alaska 36, clear the approach, runway 7 right, 5 mile final contact tower.
Look at that. I mean, this is... I think, Keith, you and I were talking about this earlier in the week, about the deficiencies of this sim and just kind of where... You know, what the state of it is. And I still think everything that we talked about holds true, and that is, you know, the graphical abnormalities, we'll call them, and the system, the gaps in systems, putting it nicely, are really glaring at this point. But what's also glaring is how unbelievably amazing this technology is this quickly. I think this was a rushed release, and if you're flying around at 1,500, 3,000 or above, you know, just kind of in that realm, AGL, this is like video game, computer graphic changing technology. It's unbelievable. Imagine them using similar technology for like a truck simulator or for a battlefield where it's, you know, an entire region and you're playing Battlefield. It's unbelievable. Yeah, this is the altitude where it just is breathtaking, unbelievably breathtaking. Stan showed wife the sim and she went nuts. It is a very wife-friendly simulator for sure, because you could just like, hey honey, where do you want to go on vacation?
I'll need you to be at 15,000.
And you know, you could load up there and it looks exactly like it, and it's super impressive. It's a beautiful slideshow. Oh, is it starting to stutter a little bit? It's holding okay for me.
Alaska 36, Phoenix Tower, runway 7.
Where did you find to change your defaults? What do you mean, Dalmatian? I just saw it stutter as well, Keith, but it's still smooth for me. But OBS and the simulator do not get along very well. She thought FSX was just cute.
15,000 for 12,000.
Walker 295, Seattle Center, correction, Seattle approach, Seattle altimeter 2997, advise you have echo to approach request.
297, we have Delta, we've got echo, and we'd like to do the ILS 16 left if you will, 295.
The GoPro cam right there.
Walker 295, expect ILS runway 16 left approach.
Well, nope, that's not realistic. There we go. Let's turn off the depth of field. That's true GoPro right there. That's crazy, man. That is super crazy.
You appear to be flying through the low hazard there. Are you picking it up?
Not picking it up again. I had it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's the stream is not dropping any frames, and it looks good for me. I don't know why it's skipping on the frames. Were you able to set some defaults as far as your plane tail number? Yeah, if you go into ATC options, you can change the tail number of the plane.
I'm maintaining 4,000. That's correct for 35 Victor Tango.
Oh, it stuttered for a little bit, okay. Yeah, fingers crossed that it continues to run relatively smooth. I switched up some priorities in Windows to give OBS and the simulator top priority. So I think, knock on wood, that'll help a little bit. And I even bumped up some of the graphical settings. I will be GPU limited for a very long time.
And I'm sorry I didn't get the rest.
Oh, you've done that, but it removes them each time. That's weird, Dalmatian. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, you just type it in under ATC options, and
contact ground on the other side.
It's no problem.
That's it. Foxtrot 10, Alaska 36.
Sir 40 Victor, contact Denver Tower.
November 1840 Victor, contact Denver
A legit
Tower.
potato.
Do you have the frequency for me?
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Door 40 Victor, absolutely. Contact Denver Tower.
Yeah, the potato is pushing the pixels right now.
133.3 Denver Tower, November 1840 Victor.
You can't zoom in either. You got to be here. The minute you start zooming in, it just goes like, ooh. Look at that. That looks.
Phoenix ground, Alaska 36.
That's interesting.
Just off,
that looks
right.
amazing.
7 left at Echo 10, taxi to Terminal 3.
Oh, it works fine for each flight, but after I log off and return, they're gone. Yeah, you have to set that each time, Dalmatian. Yeah, that's not a persistent setting. You have to change that before each flight.
Wonderful rest of your day.
Sierra to Delta to the gate, and you have a wonderful rest of your day too, Alaska 36.
32 Bravo Alpha, thank you. Jackson, altimeter 3034.
Okay, is that trim set right there? I think we're listing lazily to the left, but that is, at least I don't have to trim it for vertical. Yeah, we're making, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're parallel the 80 right there, so that's nice. And we'll just follow that all the way to Tahoe. A little late to the party, but has anyone verified that full screen is mo better than windowed? I am in windowed. I haven't. It's worked better for me in windowed mode, so I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Pull up. Pull up.
I have not, Evie. I'm absolutely ready for some suggestions though. Zin, how's it going? Oh, it must be loaded something in now. Yep, it was doing the same thing that it was earlier. I think it's a permissions thing. It's like running in the background. I'm gonna put that here, and I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Who is? All-time home runs for what? Already? He just cranked one? Well, our dearly beloved Mike Trout just tied the record for most home runs in Angel history at age 27, so that's cool. Oh, what's up, Space? Space Face, how's it going? EV is behind.
Contact Seattle Tower 11.
He is on his way. Not in sight.
120.95, 35 Victor Tango.
He's somewhere out there. Oh, look at
Seattle
that.
Tower, November 35 Victor Tango, ILS.
Beautiful Sacramento right there. Sports is still a thing, somewhat. Hacker.
16 right, clear to land, 35 Victor Tango.
So
at
the beginning when I said I wasn't going to take a realistic route, I guess I was not.
184 Victor, Denver Tower.
I guess I was lying there because following the freeway is really the only way to do this in this thing.
I didn't think I had clearance.
Oh, 2020 no sports.
Roger, you have not received clearance, however...
It's very fake sports. I honestly, other than Formula One, cannot be bothered right now.
November 1840 Victor, cleared into class Bravo, report 5 mile final, runway 35 left.
Alright, I'm keeping an eye on the frames on the stream. I will be very happy once that situation is done. I need a graphics card and a power supply. Graphics card, power supply, and a case to make a new PC. That's how much stuff I've upgraded right now. So... yeah, the 3080 would be really nice, but God, all this crap is just so expensive, and with Julia being furloughed, we're looking at the finances. Oh my God. Yeah. So the long cross countries will be tough to do. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. I hope.
You bastard, that was gonna be money!
I don't know. Probably not too much of a break, but it's just, you know, I don't know. I mean, I pretty much dedicate any stream and YouTube revenue towards that stuff. So, you know, it's like I do have some stuff earmarked to fly. It's going to be 118 degrees this weekend, so I was planning on doing a long flight tomorrow, but that might not happen until Sunday, Monday. I mean, it's fine. I'm obviously really hoping that the commie cough goes away soon and Julia can get her job back. But we don't always get what we want. How's that song go? You can't always get what you want.
Hello. Anyway, 0-2.
What is it? Yeah, anyway, 0-2. No kidding. Yeah, exactly, Vin. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes you just might find you get what you need. I call bullshit on that. Give us our jobs back. They took her job. Oh, look at that. EV is up in this. All right, what are you gonna do, EV? Is that gyro able to go upside down?
Lookout departure. Good evening. Arrow 32196. We're just off.
Hopefully your girl isn't like mine and does nothing when she's out of work. Well, actually, now that you mention that, Julia, what's the name of that website?
Sorry, taking the call sign.
And is it Trainerize / Oh, here it is. Okay, she used her time off of work to get her personal training certificate and start this website. It's actually pretty sweet. It's a personal training app that tracks your progress, messages. It's a bunch of different getyourwifeajob.com. It's a super cool idea, and she's got a month trial going on with some members of the Discord, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty cool way to work out with the absence of gyms and, you know, just like a much, maybe not necessarily a cheaper route, but a more personalized route potentially. But it's super cool. Yeah, Space is on there. Space is in the trial. I don't know. I try not. I try to work out, but I'm definitely going to be a part of it for sure. There's E36. Yeah, you're right.
November 1840 Victor's cleared to land, runway 35 left.
NorCal approach, experimental 204 Lima Echo. We'd like to cancel flight following and divert. Is this the best frequency to reach you back after landing Georgetown?
Advisory.
Say again, 32196.
So 106 Chico, altimeter 298 feet. And are you looking for an IFR clearance, or are you continuing VFR with flight following?
We're like an IFR clearance. Should be on file. 32106.
These dials take forever.
106, I do have it. You are cleared to Reading Airport as filed, climb maintain 6000.
Alright, cleared to Reading as filed at 6000, 32106.
0106, change way correct.
Alright. Georgetown traffic, experimental 204 Lima Echo, 10 miles to the west, touch and go, Georgetown. Let's go add to route.
Georgetown traffic, helicopter 666 Golf Hotels, 8 miles to the west. Planning at left base 34 low pass, exiting to the north, Georgetown.
Hey, gyrocopter, what are you showing the winds at down there? Do we have weather reporting here?
For me or at Georgetown?
Oh, you're at Georgetown. Sweet. Winds are favoring 3-5. God, look at how freaking pretty that is.
Only light winds 27004, so yeah, doesn't much matter.
Roger that. Georgetown traffic, Cub is inbound, touch and go runway 35, Georgetown. Is the Savage Cub really experimental? Not sure, actually. Beatty, not actually sure. I kind of assumed that it was, maybe. I decided to do experimental just because, I don't know. I really don't have a good answer on that. I just felt like it would be kind of fun to say experimental. It doesn't have any experimental markings, so I don't know if this is certified or not. But, you know, we can pretend like someone built this in their garage, I guess. Come on, OBS. What is your deal? I will try to keep an eye out on the frames, but if they do start to stutter and I haven't mentioned it, yell at me. I know nothing about this airport. Except there is our friend down there. That's rad. Elevation is 2,600 feet. I don't see it. Closer than I think it is? No. Where are you, Georgetown? We're like super. Oh, is that an airport out there? That looks like it's airport-ish. Yeah, I think we got it in sight. Airport in sight. Your stream is experiencing issues. Your stream is experiencing minor issues. Oh, I hate you.
Georgetown traffic, helicopter 666 Golf Hotel, entering the left base 34 low pass, exiting to the north, Georgetown.
Georgetown traffic, Cub is 5 miles to the south, entering a left base runway 35, touch and go. Georgetown. How we doing on carb icing? Do we have any? I don't think we need to worry about that. Go to the Falkland Islands. Dude, I mean, there's infinite number of that kind of those possibilities. You can go anywhere. It's amazing. This is a freaking cool airport. UAV ADR, thank you very much for the subscription, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining, supporting the channel.
Circle 666, Golf Hotel, final runway 34, low pass, touchdown.
Gyro, you said you were a 5 mile final?
About a 1 mile final?
1 mile final, roger that. Okay. UAV Aviator.
Short now.
Right on. Do not see you. We are well above glide slope. Let's see if we can spot him. It's gonna look like a yellow Cub.
If you take some speed with you, Bill, you can use the end of the runway as a ski tune.
Might have to do that. This looks awesome. I do not see him. Where are you at now? I still don't see you.
Clear the runway already. So just had traffic chart up to 666 Golf Hotel on the gap 34. Just had traffic chart up to 666 Golf Hotel, turn the left downwind for 34. Just had.
How about that? We'll just break our neck and spin it around. Let's see here. Can't see anything. Georgetown traffic. Cub is right base runway 35 touch and go. Georgetown. Yeah, the beacons are pretty aggressive during the day. Yeah, how rad does this look?
You want me to put on the landing lights for visibility, Bill?
Yeah, lights are on. Do you see my lights?
Yeah, sure.
Georgetown traffic, Cub is 1 mile final, runway 35, touch and go, straight out departure, Georgetown. 500. Thank you, Miss 4Flight.
Georgetown traffic chart up to 666 Golf Hotel, turning left base 34, low pass 62 north, straight out, Georgetown.
Georgetown traffic, Cub is short final 35, touch and go, Georgetown. Let's see if we can just get a nice little squeaker here. Touch the wheels and bust out. Oh, this is rad.
Georgetown traffic chart up to 666 Golf Hotel, turning final 34, low pass, Georgetown.
Oh crap. Don't go into drone mode as you're rotating.
That runway didn't slope at all in flight sim 2022. It does a lot in X-plane.
Didn't look very slopey for me.
That's a little realism by my dad.
Georgetown traffic, Cub is 1 mile upwind, runway 35, straight out departure, last call, Georgetown. See ya!
Georgetown traffic chart up to 666 Golf Hotel is exiting the area to the northwest of Georgetown, switching 2275.
Clearance, delivery, where is NorCal? Let's do 25-4. Okay. Does it, Walker? Oh, hey, Walker. What's up, buddy? Get a little top-down view. That's hilarious. I know, I hate them too, man. I wish there was some way to turn those off. They're really annoying. NorCal approach, good evening, experimental 204 Lima Echo, 5,000, 18 miles to the northeast of the Hangtown VOR, request flight following to Tahoe.
204 Lima Echo, NorCal approach, did you get disconnected? Because I thought you were under radar services.
We were under radar services, and then we dropped the radar services, and I thought you said frequency change approved. That, now that I think about it, may have been for another aircraft.
204 Lima Echo, yeah, because I still have a track on you. So just confirm the squawk code 1205.
All right, 1205. We'll put that in.
1205. And I did for
1205. So there's 1205, and then we will
identify Tower, Skyhawk 617 Tango Delta is clear runway.
Yeah, maybe she didn't pick up our dropping of flight following.
Echo, you are radar contact 16 miles northwest of Hangtown VOR and Hangtown altimeter.
Hangtown.
Stand by.
What's up, Ryan? Awesome, dude. That is super fun. Just the whole family? One kid got...
The Hangtown altimeter 3006, maintain appropriately for altitude.
Alright, 3006, experimental 204 Lima Echo, thanks.
7 Tango Delta, taxi to parking via...
Dodge the cloud game, huh? That's exciting.
Right on Echo.
That's always a fun one.
Right on, correction, left on Charlie.
Let's see, stream...
Cross runway...
There we go.
12 at Charlie, monitor ground.
Yeah, if you're getting a stream stutter, just yell at me or something. Tried to get a 172 past 10,000, didn't work so well. They're not used to being that high up, are they?
Phoenix ground, Polar 73 Heavy, South Air Cargo, information India for taxi.
32196, roger. So it looks like you can expect the approach from Morsu.
£600 of humans.
Polar 73 Heavy,
that's a lot of humans.
runway 7 or 8, taxi via... Actually, are you able 7 right, or do you need the left side?
7 left if we can, Polar 73.
Polar 73 Heavy, runway 7 left, taxi via hotel.
Below, did you... Oh, going to or back from... Did you get fuel at
hotel, contact tower,
French Valley?
Hotel 1, Polar 73.
So 4 Lima Echo, confirm your destination I had down as Reno and your plane cruise altitude.
Affirmative on Reno, and we'll be cruising at 6,000. 204 Lima Echo.
Just remember, VFR altitudes are plus 500, and from your present position, Reno is northeast, so that would be an off 1,000.
We are below 3,000 AGL right now. Experimental 204 Lima Echo.
204 Lima Echo.
So there's the 80. I mean, basically, you just find the freeway and just fly all the way there. That is IFR, I fly roads, all the way there. It was still going to climb at an okay rate, but I couldn't out-climb the clouds ahead of us. We were up above 12,000 or so in parts, so I gave up. What's up, Tarun? Some Friday night food.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Do you want to start the approach with the ARC? The Garza would be the closest.
That's awesome. So, in case you're new to all this stuff, this is kind of a pretty typical thing that happens with even real-world controllers. So she asked for my planned cruise altitude. I didn't actually give a planned cruise altitude because I didn't even look. I didn't even look. So, I picked 6,000 because I'm at 4,500 now, so I'll climb another 1,500. But she was explaining that the direction of flight, Reno, is to the east, so I should be at odd altitudes plus 500. So typically, you know, 5,500, 7,500, 9,500, and so on. An odd 1,000 plus 500. That is superseded by your AGL altitude. And if you are at or below 3,000 AGL, that odd or even, if you're heading west plus 500, does not apply. That only applies if you're at 3,000 AGL or above. So I am obviously not, my AGL altitude is pretty low, going through these mountains here. Like, what is 20, so I'm at 3,000 right now, so I'm at 1,500 AGL right now. I'm at 2,000 AGL. So 1,000 feet more is about 3,000 AGL, and you're good to go at 6,000. So that, in case you were wondering what that exchange was, that was the reason. And that comes up sometimes with real-world controllers because it's kind of, from what I was told, I mean, once you're told it, it's not obscure, but it's not a widely remembered or considered part of that regulation. So if you're at or below 3,000 AGL, you can be at any altitude that you want. And 3,000 AGL is a great altitude for a really slow airplane. It's about as much as you want to climb. Why do frames go to shit when we look out the side window? I have not figured out what is happening, but you're right, it does. Yeah, I don't know, Ryan. I'm looking at the stream quality on OBS, and you're right, it's like as soon as I look to the side, it goes really bad. If I do the quick one, does that... No, that's still good. And that's bad again. And now it's good. Yeah, it's really... I have not been able to figure out what the deal is with OBS running with this sim. I'm gonna maybe assume that it's GPU related to some degree, but I don't know. I don't know how to fix it.
Contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Oakland Center 1322, experimental 204 Lima Echo.
Polo 73 Heavy, contact departure.
Departure is Polo 73 Heavy.
Oakland Center, good evening, experimental 204 Lima Echo 6000. Yeah, no, definitely not on a 1080 Ti. No, I'm on a 1060.
73 Heavy, Phoenix departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 210.
So let's see if anything happens when I look to the left. This is a GPU spike.
204 Lima Echo Center, CQ, Lake Tahoe altimeter 3029er.
Alright, 3029er, experimental 204 Lima Echo. Yeah, so that seems fine.
8000 cleared. Localizer back course runway 16 approach. Report.
Yeah, so right now my CPU is at 21% usage. GPU is at 88, 87 to 90. It's kind of bouncing around right now. So it is definitely stressing itself out. But it's nice and cool, at least. And that's pretty much it. I'm using 20 gigabytes of RAM, so that's cool. The CPU is a 3900X.
Looks like there's a VFR aircraft that's kind of been trailing you just a little bit since you left Sacramento, from what I can tell. Are you in contact with him, or...?
We are not in contact with him, but I do have eyes on that traffic. 204 Lima Echo. He is with us, but we are not currently talking.
4 Lima Echo runner. Just want to make sure you didn't have a ghost.
It wouldn't be the first time, but we got him in sight. I got a chuckle out of Geneva. Did you hear that, Julia? I got a nice little chuckle out of Geneva. That's awesome. When I'm going smoothly, my CPU and GPU are both anywhere between 70 to 90. 1080. Yeah. It's just not optimized at all right now, and I've tried every trick in all of the various books. What bottle of scotch is that? Costco. The best deal in scotch is Costco. Yeah, with the amount of headroom that I have on my CPU right now, I don't know why the stream is struggling so much. Obviously, it's using GPU. It's using part of the GPU as well, but I think it's mainly just the optimization on the simulator. I think that it's just not, they're not happy with one another. When I get stutters, the CPU spikes to 100 and the GPU drops to 2030. It's mostly running just fine at around 50 frames on high end on a 1080 display. Yeah, streaming is weird, and it's an OBS thing more so than than the simulator. I don't know. I just have to keep an eye on it and hope that eventually it, sorts itself out to some degree. It's not. It's for sure annoying, but if that's the worst thing that it's gonna do, I guess that's fine for right now. I mean, compared to what we were dealing with at first, it's way better. Like that you count in terms of bottles. Yes, I agree. Which bottle of scotch?
West Energy Heavy contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
This is incredibly pretty right now. Good lord. That is really cool. Yeah, everything's got tons of headroom. That's the part that I just... Well, maybe not tons. The GPU doesn't have tons of headroom, but the CPU has tons of headroom. My internet is tons of headroom. My RAM has a ton of headroom. GPU is the only thing that's really kind of stressed, and nice if those processes could be offloaded to CPU, but I don't know.
Climate maintain flight level 3900, Polo 73 heavy.
Yeah, this 80 freeway is really nice to follow. Makes this navigation super easy. And in case you're wondering, that is where we are. Wow, that's pretty trippy. Fly the icon. I hate the icon. I do not like it at all. God, this is so pretty looking. Is that a dam? No, just a lake up there. Let's see. Overflying or busting Truckee. We could probably just bust it. 84. Yeah, we're on with SoCal, so we could just bust it. I mean, if you're not on with Oakland, you'll probably have to overfly it. So you're gonna have to get up to 8,500 feet. I'm looking forward to a bunch of third-party planes, but I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't gotten too many ports coming through. Yeah, the Cub would, like, just this thing on floats would be great. I'd be all for that. Yeah, the icon it's cool to some degree, but I don't like that plane. Does not do it for me. Get some big old fatties. I mean, this thing is that's pretty good. You know, we don't have the big dudes like the whatever they are, 35s or whatever. But that is this will get the job done for sure. Oh, you live in Southeast Alaska. Dude, that's freaking awesome, man. Welcome. By the way, if anyone is new here, Western Civilization, thank you very much for joining the Discord, as well as CJ. This is the Discord link here. It is a great community of real-world and simulator aviators, instructors, air traffic controllers, everything in between. So yeah, if you're new here, would love to see you join the Discord. It's been growing like crazy lately, which is fantastic, and it's been super busy to the point where I can't even keep up with it sometimes. UAV Aviator, thank you for joining the Discord. But yeah, I love it. I can't vouch for it enough. Dave, no GPU upgrade yet. We're gonna hold off until the 30 series comes out. So we're gonna be rocking the 1060 for a while here, and it's I don't know. We'll see what happens optimization wise between now and the 30 series launch, but it's going okay so far. I just have to monitor the stream a little bit more than I've had to in the past, which is frustrating, but it is what it is for the time being. I have the Ryzen 9 3900X.
You are radar contact 3 miles northeast of San Jose.
You have a 1660?
Altimeter 2993. Climb and maintain 5000.
That's a 6 gig card as well, right? Yeah, I'm leaning towards the 3080 also. You want to upgrade to a 4K? Yeah, I'm fine with 1080, honestly. It's just headroom.
The navigational part from the runway to your first cleared fix on your cleared route.
I'm cruising along. This is so great. You're at 99% on my GPU and 36% on CPU. Dude, I was at 100 on my CPU as soon as it booted up. Just from boot up until shut down, it was full on just roasting it. Anonymous just gifted a sub to the FAA. Holy crap. Anonymous, thank you so much for calling attention to all of this crap to the FAA. Appreciate it. The FAA. Oh. Okay. Holy crap. I don't know what caused that. Daisy Duke, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. Need a whole new system. Suffering along on a 7600K, 6700K Titan X and 32 megs of RAM. Wow. Okay. Titan X, damn. From what I have heard, the 6th and 7th gen Intel CPUs do not fare well, whether it's an i5 or an i7. Well, Daisy, we're glad that you're here. That's awesome. We're slowly making progress. Our destination region is in sight. So making the switch to an abundancy of cores definitely helped. Yeah, which is too bad because i7, both 6700K and 7700K are unbelievable CPUs and expensive now. Like if you want a 7700K, that's an expensive CPU still, and for that same price you can get a 6900X and it's frankly better. Yeah, I've been incredibly impressed by this CPU. I haven't really tweaked much of it. I haven't touched the clock speed. I haven't touched really much of anything, but it's running awesome. It just destroys video editing. Did you choose AMD because you like it or had to? Head in the clouds. I was not. I loved my i5. I still love it, just not for this. It's just a great value. I liked it from the moment that generation of CPU came out. The cores, the amount of cores that we have now is awesome, and I do a lot of video editing, so it just felt like the right option. Do we need to switch tanks on this Cub? No idea. Do we need to? It doesn't look like we have that option. I have pretty much just figured that none of this stuff is operable, so I don't even bother. I don't think we have to. I haven't even looked at the fuel. I don't even know where the fuel gauge is. Is that bad? Is that wrong?
3452 Echo, Fresno Tower, runway 29 left, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
We're running low. Let's maybe. Oh yeah, there's like no fuel left. Yeah. Oh, we're running on fumes. Oh crap.
Approach 135.65.
Holy crap. I just realized I can't find where. Yeah, I don't think you can, and luckily we're going to be going downhill here pretty soon, but we might have to land off field. I have Ryzen 2700X RTX 2060, and it handles this game easily. 32 megabytes of RAM. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, the systems are just totally they're just non-existent. Matt, how's it going? Happy Friday. Landing at Truckee would be the wise decision. Yeah, I don't know. Do we have to? We could probably make it to Tahoe, right? There's just like one, or Reno, I should say. There's like one major mountain range in the way. How are we looking?
Are you ready to contact Fresno Departure?
Okay, we'll land at Truckee. That's fine. We'll get some gas.
0 Whiskey, NorCal approach, Oakland altimeter 29904. There's 665 Golf Yak Tower. I understand you said you're on the left downwind. Just be advised you need to be in contact with the tower prior to entering the Delta airspace. Continue left downwind, runway 27, clear to land.
So can you change the password?
3452 Echo, radar contact Fresno departure. Polo 73, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
134.6, Polo 73 heavy.
You fly, I drink, win-win. Walker, geez, man, thank you so much for the bits. For 13,600 bits.
Albuquerque Center, Polo 73
Walker, holy crap, dude. Cheers, sir, as we're about to land on fumes. Cheers, Walker.
3452 Echo, Fresno departure, maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
Gin and whiskey with our powers combined. Alright, we're like really running on fumes here. Oakland Center Experimental 204 Lima Echo. We're going to have to land at Truckee. We have the airport in sight.
65 Golf, you do have your landing clearance in a controlled airport. You don't have to report each leg unless ATC requests it.
Oop, we stepped on somebody.
204 Lima Echo, radar services are terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Have a safe landing.
Squawking VFR, frequency change is approved. Thank you very much. We'll need it. See ya.
Center,
come on, Geneva. Come on, Geneva. I have not gotten her to drop a CA.
Golf Hotel, Smithfield left downwind, runway 29, full stop, tricky out.
Truckee traffic. What's happening? Cub 204 Lima Echo entering a left downwind runway 29. Truckee. I've gotten. Did you get it sorted?
Truckee Tower traffic, Jerry, up to 666 Golf Hotel, turning left base 29, full stop, Truckee Tower.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple of chuckles out of her, which is good. I9 10900K 5.1 megahertz, nice 2080 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM, all in ultra. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. How many controllers does PilotEdge have on one time? Usually the West has one, and ZLA will have between one and usually two. Sometimes they'll add a third, but it just depends. But on any given night, it's anywhere total between 2 and 3 and 3 or 4, something like that. But yeah, the West is almost always just one. Oh boy, how are we looking on fuel? Oh, it's like so low. Holy crap. Yeah, we're gonna land with like 5 gallons total. I guess I thought there would be more. How many on VATSIM? VATSIM is a completely different model. You know, it could be dozens and dozens. PilotEdge has a specific region that it controls, and you know, it's a very controlled network versus VATSIM, where it could be, you know, I don't know. I don't really fly on VATSIM a whole lot, so. Iowa, what's up, man? Happy Friday. Jeez, happy Friday. Where's the fuel in this place? I'm assuming that it's right in the middle there, so that's cool. Truckee traffic. Cub is turning left base. Runway 29, short approach, Truckee.
Don't see much fuel near the tower. We'll have a look for you, Bill.
You're midfield right now?
I'm already clear of the runway. Just a second.
Oh, sweet. Haven't had the urge to try live ATC yet, dude. I for the last 2 weeks with Microsoft coming out, I hadn't been on PilotEdge and I missed it so much. Now that it finally works for it, it feels like I'm home again. I have the copy the risk. Yeah. I have the fortune of flying in real life in one of the areas that PilotEdge is kind of focused around, and they do such an amazing job of replicating the real world procedures, and I love it. It's so much fun. If I don't have it on, it doesn't feel like I'm flying. It feels like I'm doing something else. You know, frankly, playing a game.
I'm so short of Delta. Bill.
Is it gonna plant the tail? No, it just kind of plops down. All right, we'll taxi with the tail up. I love that. Truckee traffic. Cub is clear of 29, taxiing to the fuel pumps. Truckee. All right, now the tail is down. They have an idiot barrier of 20 to 35 per month if you're willing to shell it out. Oh yeah, exactly. Thank you. Well said. PPL, awesome. Yeah, then you will definitely. Well, maybe. I mean, if you're going for your instrument, it's excellent. Where's the fuel pumps? Tower, file station, hangar, blah blah blah. I need to mute this while I fill this thing up with fuel, so hang on one sec.
Here are the fuel pumps built. They're only not visible in FS 2020, but I looked at Google Earth real world, and they're at the same position as X-plane.
We are full of fuel now. Then let's check out what our departure is going to be. Unicom Open Center 2795. Yeah. 2795. 2795. There we go. Okay. I think Bill benefited from it more than most due to the region he operates in. For sure, LA is pretty much a dumpster fire of an airspace. It's a beautiful, glorious dumpster fire. Truckee traffic, Cub is taxiing runway 29, Truckee. Evie, thanks for joining, man. Sounds good to me. This is a cool airport. I didn't realize that it was in such a weird valley. Truckee traffic, Cub 204 Lima Echo, departing section takeoff at Delta, Truckee. I love just taxiing with the tail up. No, I think more RAM is better. I have 64 gigabytes at 3200. But yeah, I think more is better. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter too much, but 32 would definitely be better than 16. That is for sure. Truckee traffic, Yellow Cub is turning right downwind, departing to the east. Last call, Truckee.
Pull up. Pull up.
Nice, Fatal. My RAM usage right now is 21 gigabytes right now.
Pull up. Pull up.
Farmalam, did I say that right? Thank you for following. And Ethadine, thank you for following as well. Welcome. Alright, now we gotta figure out how to climb out of here. I only see 9 to 11 gigabytes usage in Task Manager. It says the sim uses 4 to 5. I was wondering if it went beyond the 20s if I had more than 32. Yeah, it's in the 20s right now for me. Zodius, it's really low. I'll have to turn the volume up and listen to that. It is a pretty crazy airspace, but it's really fun. Alright, now our fuel is great. Great. I have 32, and I think the highest I've seen is 17 or so. Yeah, when I had 16, it was running at like 12. Is it still not working? Max, no, but it's just I can't bring myself to load up in it at the moment because I'm still trying to get it to work and hoping that it does, and I'm blown away at how pretty it is at certain points. So I'm definitely not done with X-Plane 11, but right now it seems hard to want to load up in it. I mean, if I was prepping for an IFR flight, I would load up an X-Plane 11 like right away. This is not gonna work for any type of IFR stuff, but obviously for flying around in a Cub on PilotEdge, it's freaking awesome. And I also don't have, like, I don't fly in any airliner stuff, so I don't have that draw to load up in one of the better airliner planes from X-Plane. You know, I don't have any like really high dollar payware planes that, you know, I want to fly necessarily, so jumping into this is fine. Well, it's not Navigraph. It is the GPS issues with the sim. I can work around outdated GPS data, but when the avionics themselves are so screwed, it's really hard. It's tough to do right now. I will wait for the long easy to come. That will be pretty sweet. Yeah, I agree. There's a really nice one at John Wayne that I see pretty regularly, which is cool to watch. We're just gonna keep on following the 80. Should we call up? I wonder if we could actually even get them. What is this? Squaw Valley. How far are we from Squaw Valley? 16 miles from Squaw Valley. Whoa, there's VNE. Blow right through VNE. Oakland Center Experimental 204 Lima Echo, 8,516 miles to the northeast of Squaw Valley VOR. Flight following to Tahoe, please.
204 Lima Echo, Oakland Center, Squawk, 1273 item.
1273, 204 Lima Echo. 273. Threve. And then ident. We'll throw him an ident too.
204 Lima Echo. Radar contact.
That's right. John Denver died in that.
Southwest of Reno Airport, Reno altimeter. I'll give you Lake Tahoe altimeter 3030. Maintain appropriate VFR altitude.
We'll maintain appropriate VFR altitudes 204 Lima Echo. Thanks. 18.7. So now that we got gas, I was actually planning on getting fuel at Reno, but since this was the original destination, we've got to at least go there. And then... No, and then. We're going to get ATIS for... Reno.
Tower, wind 1107, runway 8, clear to land.
G.Skill. What about you, Max? Are you, how are you feeling about this sim? When it's good, it's good. When it is bad, it is freaking maddening as hell. I don't know. It's hard to say that that this is going to really take over X-Plane. I think there's going to be a point where the novelty wears off of the, you know, the random ass scenery. You know, I mean, part of it is what kind of flying you're into. I love PilotEdge, so I had X-Plane dialed in for that scenery. It didn't take up that much space. You know, it was perfect. But if you're into globetrotting, this is unbeatable, and I'm just not into that really. I mean, I've done it since it's been out, just because it's kind of the party piece of this thing, but it's not something that I'm going to be doing consistently, so it's not that big of a draw.
Lima Echo. I understood you were looking for a flight following, is that correct?
Yeah, affirmative. We're just inbound Reno. We have information Kilo 204 Lima Echo.
Roger. When you first called in, you...
Is she dropping out? Or was she just not...
Flight 73 Heavy, taxi to parking via Alpha. Have a wonderful day.
Did she just bail on that thought? She's looking at my ground speed right now, just going like, what is this clown doing?
342 Echo, customer 3452 Echo, contact the slow approach now, 118.8.
Yeah, this is one of the low-res tiles, it looks like. Walker, what kind of gin are you drinking tonight? She's coming in really broken now. Oakland Center, Experimental 204 Lima Echo, you're coming in really broken. Alright, 119.2, Experimental 204 Lima Echo. Get there, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. So what are you drinking? I thought you said you were drinking gin.
NorCal, Skyhawk 290 Tango Whiskey at 5,000. Requesting the ILS for runway 2 at Sacramento. We have Zulu for the...
290 Tango 1P NorCal approach Sacramento altimeter 2986.
You're coming in nice.
You have India. Fly heading 340 Vector ILS runway 2 approach descending.
Patron, oh nice. So you got Patron going right now?
For the ILS, and we do have Zulu for the weather. 0 Tango Whiskey.
NorCal approach. Good evening. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. We're at 7,500 with Reno in sight. Information Kilo.
204 Lima Echo, NorCal approach, thank you. And go ahead and contact Reno Tower. Expect runway 34 right.
We'll expect 34 right. Going over to Reno Tower at Bonanza. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. Whoops. Almost said Bonanza.
Okay, clearance Cherokee, or excuse me, Mooney, 45 November Delta, the VFR departure to the east with Yankee.
Hell yeah, Walker. That's what I'm talking about. Some Patron Silver. Alright, it's about to get real after this. After this touch and go, it's gonna get crazy. No, trust me, I do know. I have real world Bonanza time, and the one in the sim makes me so sad because that is my favorite plane.
Delta backtrack. What was the destination?
Eastbound departure.
Reno Tower, good evening. Experimental 204 Lima Echo. We have information Kilo, like a touch and go departing to the north.
Number 204 Lima Echo, Reno Tower, join the left downwind, runway 34 right. Clear touch and go, northbound departure approved.
Alright, left downwind 34 right, cleared touch and go. 34 right, experimental 204 Lima Echo. So 34 right. And this is what I was looking for. Yeah, check this out, Merwaz. I guess I'm glad I'm not a real pilot, so whatever issues they have, I don't know about. Yeah. I know, it's, I've said this a couple times, it's kind of like if you're a guitar player playing Guitar Hero, it's almost impossible to play Guitar Hero if you're a real guitar player, because you're trying to play the song when you really just need to click the buttons. Same with this, is if you're a real-world pilot, it's almost impossible to fly these planes because they don't do what they're supposed to do. But also, you should not be glad that you're not a real pilot. You should be working towards becoming a real pilot.
Taxi to Golf, November Delta, thanks.
That looks freaking amazing. Look at that. My God. Working on going outside first. Okay, fair enough. That's cool. All right, we're cleared to the right, cleared to the left. We are cleared touch and go. Our lights are on. Everything is like where it should be, I guess. This thing will fly at 30 miles an hour. Okay, let's see what a no flap landing feels like in this thing. This thing is so funny. There's a guy with a gorgeous Cub at John Wayne, and every time he takes off, it looks so ridiculous how slow it's going. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of power. Just get some airflow over the tail and get some elevator authority. I am not worried about center line. Okay, there is the mains down. Keep the tail up. Let's drop the tail. No. Drop the tail. This is the longest touch and go ever. Oh, and the tail. The tire is gone. We blew the tail. Earning a pilot's license is one of the most rewarding experiences you can have in your life. Walker, it's gotta be. I mean, I haven't experienced everything life has to offer yet, but God, it's an amazing feeling to have accomplished that for sure.
Mr. Tango Whiskey, contact Executive Tower.
But well said, Walker.
Tower, 0 Tango Whiskey.
Yeah, you definitely have to earn it. All right, let's see what kind of deck angle we can get here, and we're up.
Executive Tower, Skyhawk 290 Tango Whiskey, inbound on the ILS for runway
I
2.
actually stayed at that hotel during a basketball tournament in high school. That is really funny. And those little islands that's a driving range if memory serves. Little floating greens.
Echo, your radar contact NorCal departure 119.2.
19-2, experimental 204 Lima Echo, thanks. NorCal approach, good evening. Experimental 204 Lima Echo, 5,300 climbing.
204 Lima Echo, NorCal departure, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes. Do you have a destination in mind?
Maintain appropriate VFR altitudes, and we will cancel flight following as soon as we're clear of the Charlie. Experimental 204 Lima Echo.
204 Lima Echo, roger.
We're gonna drop her like a bad habit and go land everywhere. Especially in that MOA. You guys were supposed to spam. I don't know why you haven't been spamming this. Well, maybe because we haven't been there yet, but here we go.
Journey off the beaten path of aviation.
Bam, boom. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Boom, 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 boom. This looks great. That looks really, really great. All of that looks awesome. And now that we've long hauled this frickin' Cub, we can just let her rip. Oh man, this is gonna be great. That golf course looks insane.
Runway 21, ready for takeoff.
November Delta, Spokane Tower, runway 21, clear for takeoff on course approved.
It's got to cool down, cool Camaro, so you'll have to wait a second.
Yakima Tower, this is Cessna, November 665 Golf, approximately 10 miles southeast, landing with information Tango, full stop.
We're pretty close to Stead right now. UAV, have a great one, man. See ya!
3 miles final, runway 27, 5 Golf.
Alright, we're gonna try some really...
I'll be able to catch you loose here in about 5 miles.
Roger, that sounds good. Thank you, 204 Lima Echo. It's pretty early. That's pretty early in the morning. I'll level with you, man. That's early. But thank you for choosing this channel for your morning entertainment. It is much appreciated. My whiskey glass is empty, but cheers. Could probably get a couple of drops off those rocks. God, that looks insane. Wow. All right. Once we're clear, anything that is on the ground and on Earth will be a landing zone, and we're just gonna rip them off. How do you feel about the stones versus ice? I kind of prefer the large ice cubes. Like we have, you know, they're like probably that big. The large single ice cubes. I do like a little bit of water in my scotch and whiskey. It just activates it a little bit better. But the whiskey rocks are pretty good. But I think I probably prefer the big cubes. SVM, it is Costco.
What kind of departure, Trick 458 November Delta?
Super good.
4,300 climbing 7,500.
It is the best deal in
458
Scotch.
November Delta, second departure, maintain appropriate V for altitude.
Maintain appropriate V for altitude, November Delta.
4 Lima Echo, radar services terminated, squawk V5, frequency change approved, have a safe flight.
Squawk and VFR, frequency change is approved, experimental 204 Lima Echo. Thank you for the help tonight, Janina.
Good.
And see ya! Come on, man. Just give me a goodbye, at least. Not that anyone asked, but I prefer the ice. What? Yeah, I like the ice. No, she's not gonna do it, but one of these days, I feel like if I don't give up, one of these days it'll happen. I got wasted and then someone stole my phone. Was a great day. That does sound like a great day. Sasquane, how's it going? There's Dead, looking nice and flat. That's great. We are off on our own. Let's do it. All right. What is, and we're gonna just blow right through this MOA as well. There's one that's a little bit north of us. By how far north is that? It's 30 miles. So that's gonna be, we're fine with that. I'm just gonna go land anywhere. Let's maybe the top of that hill will go first, somewhere up there.
Journey off the beaten path of aviation.
I drank almost an entire bottle of vodka in 75 minutes, probably why I went dark. Can't believe it's like 8 years ago now. So this, like, the last 8 years blew right by. Tarun, that is the motherboard that I have. I've got a Tough Gaming, and it is pretty good. V Exion, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. An MOA is a military operating area, and it's a special use airspace. And technically, as long as we're VFR and not on with flight following, you can fly through it. So we're gonna kind of not really worry about it. Yes, it is the X570 Plus Wi-Fi version, yeah. Is it the Wi-Fi? It may not actually be the Wi-Fi because I don't need Wi-Fi, so I may have not gotten the Wi-Fi one, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. That was all a blur. Okay, there's not much out here, is there? Those mountains do look kind of fun though out there. This looks a little bit flatter. So after I land on top of here, let me know where which direction I should go. If I should go up into the mountain. Yeah, oh yeah, I should totally go up into the mountains. Hell yeah. Let's not screw with these low-level stuff. Corsair Vengeance RAM, yeah. Yeah, the Wi-Fi versions do add so much cost, which I don't really get a whole lot. I don't know why it does. Been watching your YouTube for a bit, decided to get Twitch and see what it's all about. VXeon, dude, that is the coolest thing ever. Thank you very much for joining live. I love that. Is there any particular videos that you watched? Okay, I'm gonna be left base for that little clearing right there. I love hearing that so much. Welcome to Twitch. It's super cool that I can say hello to you live. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. Twitch is fun. I think if you watch gameplay videos on YouTube, I think you'll really enjoy Twitch because it's live, and you know you can kind of like, hey, go fly over there, and you know probably fly over there. Since my CPU case is only 160 millimeters for the cooler, my future Noctua DH15 is going to be a squeeze. The Wi-Fi chip is $3. I know, you can get like a USB one and it costs nothing. I used to fly from Burbank to IYK, I don't know where that is frequently. MOA Heavy, Cessna 5 Alpha Hotel advised you have 18 high-speed targets in mount. That's awesome. Okay, we've got a lot of brush here, but that looks like a nice clearing over there. I think we could probably set it down. So this becomes a little bit tricky when you get close and all of the trees and bushes pop in. Don't really have a ton of options. That little area looks like it's clear. We may not be able to land here. That's too steep. What about there? Yeah, that looks good right there. That's our spot. Skim this little hill here, and this should work out kind of nicely. We're gonna get really close to that bush there, and we'll use the slope of this to help. Got him. That spot worked out pretty nice. Let's see, keep the momentum up here. Oh yeah, and we got tons of room to take off here. Yeah, this is nice.
Good. Oh, we're looking good.
Oh, we're looking good. That's the way to land this thing, I think, is to come in like slower than the plane will ever fly, and then right before you're about to touch down, give it the beans a little bit, and then you'll be able to just plop it down. Oh yeah, this is a perfect spot. Just finished watching your video from 11 hours ago. First video of yours I saw about a year ago when I first started getting into aviation. Started watching again around a month ago. Sweet, man. No, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate it a lot. Not to give you one more thing to download or have to create a new password for, but Discord is an unbelievable resource, whether you're into aviation from a real world perspective or flight sim. It's great to be able to have a community to talk about stuff and share pictures and ask questions, and that's 24 hours a day pretty much. Something tells me you didn't fix your brakes pedals. No. Well, the closer I sit, like my knees hit the bottom of the table, so I have to like remember to scoot back a little bit. Oh, you joined the Discord 2 weeks ago. Perfect. Awesome, dude. That's super sweet. AJ, what up, man? Okay, let's bust out of here. And you struggle with the knee things too. Yeah, it's just like a weird angle. Literally from the garbage rotor pedals. Let's go up into those mountains. Those mountains look freaking fun. Right, versus any of this crap. Kind of wish I had a map of all the places that Trent and the boys go. And we're off. Tail is up. And we can sneak out this way. Have to worry about climbing up over that hill. That is a fun spot right there. Your home airport is also John Wayne. Freaking awesome, man. Did I reply to a comment of yours in on YouTube? I think I may remember that. 420 Delta Zulu. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, yeah, we gotta go hit up those. Those look trickier. And I think there's also some more like rivers and lakes and stuff. If ever there's a river or anything, that's when you get some really cool spots to land. If anyone has like a nice field or private runway, we can hit those up too. I'm trying to think of a way to integrate some flight sim stuff into my sim racing rig, which is not going anywhere. I like this, but I love iRacing. Yeah, racing is really fun. Yep. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're joining live. That's really cool. And John Wayne, I am obviously super biased, but that is the best airport to be based out of. Man, where do these guys go land? I feel like there should be like a map of all those spots that they go. Yeah, I haven't used iRacing a whole lot, but racing sims are really fun. I set up I used to work for a company that made racing parts for Lotus cars and Ariel Adams, and I built a sim rig at the office, which was pretty fun. But we were racing them in the real world, which is extra fun. But the sim rigs are so awesome. This little plateau here looks nice too. I think we shouldn't discount this. I kind of like that little plateau right there. My major in college was communication. I have a PR degree. Communication with an emphasis in PR. Let's see, if I come down that hill, and I'm not even paying attention to the wind. I don't have any real way of gauging where the wind is coming. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. But I think if we use... Yeah, I'll come in on the west side of this. Oh, you live... Okay, so you're like somewhere in Huntington Beach area or whatever. John Wayne is pretty good. Both have their positives and negatives. I'm biased towards John Wayne for sure, but you can't really go wrong with either. I've got a bunch of friends that train out of Long Beach and love it. Okay, so there's our downwind. And it's our shadow. That looks awesome. This might be a little tricky with those trees. Let's see here. 500 AGL. Alright, so I think if we stay to the left of these little bushes, we could be okay here. This is definitely a one-way in, one-way out kind of spot. That little hill looks way steeper than I thought. So there's idle. Stall horn should be coming on. Give it a little squirt. Plant it. Yeah, that is money. Yeah, this is a cool takeoff. The DPRK? What do you mean by that, Tarun? Oh, how cool is that departure? Oh my god. that was so sick. Yeah, you can set your tail number in the main menu. Yeah, it's super easy to do, it's a very nice little feature. Oh, North Korea. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, that was really cool.
Pull up.
That was really cool. Made your stomach drop a little bit, Max? That's awesome. Bambino VR, welcome aboard. Thank you. Desktop pilot, that is, I will tell you where that was. Just five miles to the northwest of Stead in Reno. And that was really, really rad. I actually kind of want to do that again. That was really fun. Wow. Yeah, that was like fully blind coming down. Check that out again. The sim doesn't do high alpha approaches really well. It feels like, I think the planes are overpowered in general. So if you're trying to ride the stall horn, it's it just doesn't model that high alpha feel really that well. Are there snow physics? I think there are. Well, physics I don't know, but I think it's just turns white. Yeah, I don't think it actually does anything different, like make it slippery or anything. All right, where was that? Is that? I think this is it right here to our left. Maybe? No? Crap, where was that? No. There's a freeware F-18. That's gonna be I'm gonna have to pass on that one. That sounds like a mess. Maybe right on that little bit. Let's see if we can get it stopped there. Right on the top. And actually maybe do a little bit of a high alpha and see if we can trick it to do it. I won't be able to get out of that. I can get in, but I won't be able to get out. Yeah, I would imagine that those are pretty jank. This little clearing here looks good. Yeah, I would imagine it's just like a 3D model that somebody already had made from another sim and then just shoved it into this with like no systems. And the actual developer doesn't have any systems on its own planes. Come on, get the tail down. There we go. I still feel like it doesn't do a tail wheel landing. I should actually try that. BD Short, thank you very much for joining the Discord. Welcome. Do we have enough room to take off from right here? Oh yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. The tail does come up at full power, so that is good. I don't know how they're actually modeling that, but that does look pretty good. Yeah, dude, this area is super fun. You could just land wherever the hell you want. There's our little shadow. Whoa. It sounds like the way a lot of the systems with the planes in this game are programmed. It's pretty easy for people to mod them. Yeah, I hope that the mod community really starts getting after some of these planes, because they need some love pretty bad. Feels like the underlying tech is a lot better than the stock planes themselves. Not a bad thing considering all the good stuff will be third party. Yeah, it seems like a lot of things are broken that really didn't have to be broken. It's very much a beta feeling thing right now, which is disappointing, but I agree that there's enough interest in this right now that I think a lot of third-party developers are probably dumping a bunch of resources into this at the moment, which we're only going to benefit from. I hope that the actual developers start to fix some of the issues with the sim itself. But it, without a doubt, has a ton of potential, given that if I wanted to do this in X-Plane, you know, I would have had to download a bunch of ortho tiles, and it would been sitting on, you know, some 12 terabyte hard drive somewhere. It's amazing that it's able to stream in, and that just that alone is awesome. I feel like a good idea for the Discord is to add a channel for flight suggestions. Yeah, we could do that, but I mean, I have never needed. I want to fly where I want to fly, if that makes sense. So if I'm excited about the flight that I'm doing, it just makes it more enjoyable for me, and then in turn, hopefully more enjoyable for you guys to watch. I definitely will take suggestions, and if it's something that I never thought about that would be fun to do, I would be happy to do it. But a lot of it does focus around PilotEdge and in the PilotEdge coverage area. So, you know, yeah, there's a ton of cool places to go fly throughout the world in this, but it really ultimately comes down to where the professional air traffic control coverage is available. So I like sharing my area. My region is pretty special, so I try to, you know, replicate real world flights and show it off a little bit. But yeah, in Cool Camaro, that's a great point though. That sharing, and part of it is the screenshots area. You know, if there's a cool place that that you've been to and you want to share, you know, post it in the screenshot area. You know, that's 100% perfect spot for that. Are the PE controllers IRL controllers as well? They are not. They're not, and a lot of what they do, BD Short, is harder than what the real world controllers do in terms of their actual workload in any given moment. What happens in PilotEdge when you're outside the areas with ATC? I heard you're not even supposed to be on VATSIM servers if you're outside the controlled area. They don't mind. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can fly wherever. I've done that quite a bit. It's great for formation flying. Oh, that looks like a nice little clearing. Let's go. Let's plop it down there. See, this is where this simulator really starts to get amazing, when you can fly around and you've got the trees to this fidelity, and like, oh hey, that's a fun spot to land. Let's go plop it down there. X-Plane really didn't have the ability to do that because it didn't do this type of scenery very well. I'd really like to have an actual simulated CTAF Unicom op, since I use the practice with that. Yeah, and that's what Max. That's what PilotEdge does. So if you go to an uncontrolled airport, all of the real frequencies will be used for that airport, and if there's anybody at that airport, they will be using that frequency. Can't find where to change the tail number in the main menu. It's in ATC settings, so like it's right below where you change the liveries. It's in that same little area. ATC settings is where it's at. So if you see liveries when you select the plane, it's right under that. You can fly in uncontrolled areas on VATSIM. It would be pretty limiting since you don't get the coverage. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, if you want to fly with other people, it's a good option, but
pull up,
you know, especially with PilotEdge, you know, you're paying for the service to have, you know, air traffic control. Yeah, Striders. What is up, man? Happy Friday. Are you home? Are you home for good? Well, you know, for good for the weekend, I should say. Oh God. The two roommates. 3-pointer. So it will not do a tail wheel. I'm trying to get this thing do a tail wheel landing, and it just will not do it. Who let the turbo trash in? 5 days off, dude. We'll have to take advantage of that then, dude. VATSIM controllers don't get paid. Yeah, no, but I'm saying PilotEdge. If you're paying for PilotEdge, flying in uncontrolled areas is, you know, not using the paid service. That's Ask Chief to you. That's hilarious. All right, let's flip this thing around. Okay. First notch of flaps. Yeah, I really want to see if I can plant the tail of this thing, but it really does not seem like it wants to do it.
Looking really good though.
Thank you, Q. Thank you, Q and Brad. It must feel great to have someone pay half your rent and then never be home. Yeah, it makes it really easy for Q to have all those girls over. It makes that much easier. I have infinity days off until the world goes back to normal. Yeah, that is. A lot of people are in that same boat. It's a bummer. Yeah, we heard the Brad shout out. So that was actually the day of the fly-in, which is why Brad was not able to go. No, oh no, that was Q. That's right. That was wasn't it? Box Canyon. Q, I thought that was the day of the fly-in. That's right. That was your first flight. Your first trip. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Brad was. That's right. Man, this is so freaking awesome. Yeah, that was the night of the fly-in. Yep.
Journey off the beaten path of aviation.
Yeah, when we were just so freaking hot and in need of many, many beers. Yeah, that was the fly-in day. God, that was super fun. Q, have you shown Steve the video from that? Your amazing break right over the Vincent Thomas Bridge. We're on final for runway 29er at Torrance in the break. In the break. Dude, get it fired up in one of those 5 monitors you have.
There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Yes. Yes, little cub. Do it, little cub. All right, we need to figure out if we can tail wheel land this thing. There's a nice little clearing down there. I think there's a river valley coming up here, just on the other side of this little hill. And I want to see if we can tail wheel land this. Cool Camaro, there is, if you scroll down, they're all listed there. There's a bunch of them, but they're all listed there. The hell airport is this? Nervino? Never heard of it. It's made up. Never heard of it. Yeah, there are a lot. Some are better than others. I haven't really cleared that out recently, but there's some gems in there. Alright, where's a good spot to tailwheel land this thing? That looks like a nice little clearing, but I also kind of like these plateaus where we can just cat launch off of it. Okay, so what do we have up here? That looks like right ahead of us. Looks like a good option. Let's see if that works, because that would be a sweet spot to take off from. God, it looks so good. Yeah, just like straight in right there. That looks like a nice little clearing. Oh, this is going to be super sketch though. That is probably not the best place to try to do a tailwheel landing. I mean, you have to get this thing like so nose up. It's hard to resist the urge to just go buy a tail dragger as soon as I'm done with my PPL. It's hard to resist until you realize how much it costs to actually own and operate an airplane. Then it becomes really easy to resist. It's real easy to not do it. Are we going to be able to actually pull this off? I don't know if this is possible. That looks pretty sketch. Send it. I feel like we could probably do it.
Too low. Terrain. Terrain.
We're going to. Striders, I'm in. Yep, I'm in. By the way, I messaged him, and he is off Saturday and Sunday nights as well. So we not might, we will have to do something. We'll have to get that guy involved. Oh yeah, this is great. This is a great spot. Okay, tail wheel. Can I do it? Nope, I'm gonna die. Well, that didn't work. Him being Nick, yeah. Butter. Buttered it. That sucked. It doesn't really like to do that. I don't know. It's hard to believe because he works 6 days a week. That's what he said. Yeah, he said he's off Saturday and Sunday night. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Dude, this spot is freaking badass. That is a really cool spot. Yeah, he might work the day, but yeah, we should definitely. Brad is on the road, but we should do something. Oh, and Q, I keep like, let's just have personal conversations live on the stream. I was gonna message you after this, but I have been talking with Red about safety pilot with him, and I was gonna see what your thought was on that. He was going to talk to the man about making sure that was okay, but it has been way too long since since I've gotten any IFR time, but it is going to be supposed to be 118 degrees this weekend, which is not a great time to be stuck in that little plane. Julia, it's not going to make it any less a reality. Yeah.
Pull up.
Cool.
Pull up.
So yeah, yeah, I know, and okay, cool. So he didn't think it was going to be a problem either. Frosty Moon, how is it going? But yeah, it's just going to be too hot to do anything during the day, so we just gotta either go at night or wait until Sunday or something. I don't know. All right, how do you get the angle of attack on this thing to tail wheel land this without stalling it and breaking off the left wing? I'm gonna try in this view and see if it'll work. I can kind of hear the stall horn. Shit. Damn it. And dead. This place is freaking awesome. It shouldn't be that hard, should it, to plant the tail? nice tree for this. I haven't landed on this view. It looks kind of cool. You guys know what I mean, right? Like, my dad used to land his 140 like that all the time, where you'd come in just like basically vertical, plant the tail, and then let the mains come down. But it feels like it doesn't want to do that without being so slow that you're stalling, and then at that point it dips a wing, and when I'm in that outside view I can't really correct it appropriately. So there's full flaps, and let's see if this helps at all, this external view. So I want to, yes, it's already there's the stall horn. Yeah, it doesn't do that like high alpha coming in on the stall horn very good. Like, the horn should be on now, probably. Yeah, it doesn't... Frickin' A. It won't do it. That's a bummer. Wah, wah. Oh my god, okay.
Cessna Skyhawk 204. Fuck.
New prop, we're good. I thought you were supposed to 3-point a tail dragger. No, not necessarily. And I am not a CFI, clearly, and I am not tail wheel endorsed. If anybody, Q, I don't think you've got tail wheel. Steve, I don't know if you do or not. But from the information that I've gotten from people that are tail wheel guys, Walkabout Gaming. Oh, I guess we're gonna do it. We're sending it. Oh, you got your tail wheel, dude. 6 hours in a Super Cub. Hell yeah, Steve. So there's a handful of guys at John Wayne. Not a handful. There are exactly 2 guys at John Wayne that have tail draggers. My dad flew 140 for years. Steve has his tail wheel. But from what I have understood, that yeah, you can, not Markley, that you can, obviously, like, 3-pointing it is fine, but especially on this bush flying where you've got to stop it quickly, coming in at a really high angle of attack, you're obviously on the verge of stalling. You want to be as slow as possible. So that high angle of attack get you tail down. And what my dad used to do in his 140 is just, you know, you plant the tail, pull the power, and then let the mains come on and get her stopped. That's the technique that I've at least heard, you know, been ground instructed, or, you know, hanger fly, whatever. Watch the like flying cowboy guys. Speaking of Trent, they do that a lot. They'll come in, and, you know, especially if you've got to get it stopped really short, you know, you've got to drag it in, and at that higher angle of attack, there's really no other way to land it than just plop it down. I mean, you're hanging it on the prop essentially. Once, you know, because you're up, you can't see anything, and when you're at that steep of an angle, you're essentially using your tail as a curb feeler, and once you feel that tail down, you know where the ground is, and then, you know, you can pull the power. It's gonna stop hanging on the prop, come down on those big tires that you've got. I was taught to do wheel landings on the mains for paved runway and tail landing for unpaved or grass, so the mains don't dig in and flip you forward. But that was like 5 years ago, so don't quote me. That sounds like what I have heard as well, Steve. You know, and the wheel landings on pavement. You know, my dad was a carrier pilot, you know, carrier qualified jet pilot, so. I think he took to that tail landing, like, you know, that made sense to him, so he just probably did that for all of his landings, not necessarily short field, but just come in, slightly higher angle of attack, plant the tail, pull the power, you're good. He's an old man, cut him a break. Back in my day, we used to land in the water and the boat used to pull us up. Right, Julia? That was a pretty good Old Man River voice, wasn't it? That was good though, right? No, we're Steve. Steve's the old man that can't remember how to land a tail wheel plane. Yeah. Yep. Julia says hi, Steve. Yep. Yeah, the two roommates. Yeah, the two roommates are in are just next door from one another watching the stream. Whose volume is up louder? Is there an echo? Steve says hi, by the way, Julia. Oh, look at that cabin. Dude, who lives up there? What a spot. Steve's is up louder. What a spot. Let's go check out. Let's see if we can land. Oh yeah, we might be able to plop this thing down. I can hear the delay in the background. That might be our spot right there. And I would like all of the real world pilots to know that I am, of course, monitoring ground through all of this. Guard. I'm monitoring guard. Guards. We're guards. Yeah, we're guards. Bring her upstairs. Friday night beers and VR. God damn it. That sounds super awesome. Oh, this is the landing strip right here. This is the weekend cabin. Live at Reno, and we're gonna take the Cub up to the cabin and then just land on this thing. Our ground roll is gonna be 3. And stopped. But don't hit the brakes, otherwise. Oh, Steve's even got a couch. Holy crap. I hope I'm not the only one who got the meow thing. Yeah, did you hear? Did somebody meow? I think I heard that too. Yeah, dude, that's sweet. Look at that little cabin right there. Do you have heat personal minimums? Yeah, so we were just talking about that. I had like tentative plans to go fly tomorrow, and I think those plans turned not tentative. Downloading PilotEdge to meow on guard. Look at that shot. That is unbelievable. Julia, you're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. Unbelievable.
No one in your Discord knows what that's from like that.
Probably not. I don't think there are many Jay and Silent Bob fans out there. Unfortunately. If anyone's a Jay and Silent Bob fan, you get 5 stream points. Pretty sure people who actually live don't fly in. They should be evicted and we move in. I agree, Desktop Pilot. Whoever lives there, let's find that spot. Let's see what is actually there. That seems like a worthy cause. Let's go to... I'm like super interested because that is like the most unbelievably gorgeous view I've ever seen. Let's do Reno, Nevada. John Fly, Yogi Bear wants his ground crew fees right now. Well, Max, one of my secret talents is being able to recite the first probably 40 minutes of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Is a very weird talent to have, but okay, it is in between there. So we're right here, Lake Davis. How far are we from Lake Davis? Which lake is this? Verde Peak. Lake Davis. Where's Lake Davis? That does not look like Lake Davis. Honey Lake. Frick. My high school best friend and I were like that with them. Half the stuff we'd say was one reference or another. Every time my best friend and I, to this day, hang up the phone with each other, we just say, snooch to the nooch. Every time. What lake is this? Verde Peak. So I'm just north of Verde Peak. Let's search for that. Verde, how do you spell that? Verde Peak? No. Verde Peak, Nevada. It's saying that's what this is. That's not Verde Peak. Yeah, that's not even close to being the right spot. Reno. Okay, so we're at Reno. And I'm looking at ForeFlight right now. Okay, so Reno Stead. Where's that? There's Red Hill. Okay, so there's Reno Stead. There is the lake right there. We go across, and it is right here. Babbitt Peak, that might be what it is. That might be what it is right there, Babbitt Peak. Nope, nothing. Little hangy guy. That might be what we see is up there. That sucks. Walkabout Creek Gaming, thank you very much for the subscription. I don't know why the noise didn't go off, but I appreciate it, man. That is awesome. New Nate. Yeah, not too much of a marathon, but I guess we're getting after it a little bit. That looks freaking awesome. Really pisses me off too. Same for the morons trying to screw over Burbank. Oh yeah, the Santa Monica stuff. The Pete's living around Santa Monica, getting it shut down is outrageous, considering anyone lives near the airport knew it was there when they moved in. Yeah, that's one of the most annoying things about that whole thing is, dude, you guys know what airports do. That is cool looking. Look at how freaking pretty that is. Do we just go cruise down there? If we go down that little valley, there's some cool spots there, but we could also go to the west, and there's some other cool stuff over there. I might be going into Santa Monica now, not Van Nuys. Interesting. It's a little bit closer, Max. I dig that. Yeah, hopefully that works out, man. Even if it's just for I was gonna say a drink or two, but for a coffee or something. If the timing works out, that'd be cool. Yeah, I saw that, Max. Yeah, that obviously, you know, don't spend really any time thinking about it. But if it works out, that'd be cool. Kujiz, welcome, happy Friday. Good evening to you. That was a really fun little spot to land. That was a gorgeous view. There's got to be another cool view out here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, and I don't need to tell you this. I recognize and acknowledge that family is the number one thing. But if you're sitting around and you've got a couple hours to kill, I will happily kill them with you. Kill them off. I can think of a lot worse ways to spend an afternoon than sitting at Santa Monica plane spotting with Mr. Max. Would not suck. That looks like a bunch of fun places to try to land this airplane too. So let's try that. Am I going in the right direction? What direction am I going? I'm going south. That's a different direction than I thought I was going. It's short, man. People do it though, but yeah, it is pretty short. You've got to be on. I mean, you'd be pretty light by then. I would imagine. So, yeah. No, turbines are not banned there. A significant amount of jets go in there. I just saw a friend of mine goes there all the time, and I think it was a Phenom. I can't remember what Phenom it was, but it was definitely a Phenom that went in there, and I would trust the brakes on a CJ before a Phenom. Yeah, they've been trying, but it's tied to the freaking economy, man. X-Plane 11 or Microsoft Flight Simulator. I know Microsoft doesn't have a lot of the sits and stars, but for scenery, I think, I mean, this is gorgeous. I mean, this is like, you know, what do you think? This is awesome. It's super broken in a lot of the aviation aspects of it, which is unfortunate, but in terms of flying around, looking at scenery, and kind of approximating aviation, it's awesome. It's really, really fun. And if you don't take it too seriously, you'll have a blast with it. X-Plane is way more of a aviation simulator than this is. This is unbelievable tech, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at that. You don't have to download any scenery pack. There's no True Earth. There's no orthos. You load up, you come to Tahoe, and this is what it looks like. That is bonkers. It just is freaking insane. And X-Plane does not have that same ability to wow in that manner. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, when you go into drone cam, you lose control of your plane. Buddy. Kujas, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. But yeah, I mean, X-Plane wows in situations where you have a really good ortho, a super dialed in payware plane, and you know, avionics that are working perfectly. Then it's awesome. And it will be really hard for Microsoft to beat that type of experience. But X-Plane has no chance of beating Microsoft for this experience. And that's, I think, overall, in general, moving forward, Microsoft gets the edge because it has at least a chance to beat X-Plane 11. X-Plane doesn't have a chance to beat it in this. In drone view, if you hit C and get... Oh, is that true? Oh, it is. Oh, whoa. Okay, so it's it changes the controls to the controller. Oh God. Did you see the rudder? If you have the rudder on the controller, well, look at what happens. Oh God. Okay. Rudder. Oh, that is a nightmare. What's up, Zurg? How's it going, man? Happy Friday. That's really hilarious.
Hey, bird. Whoa,
buddy. Dave. Holy crap, Dave. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. 37 in a row? We were just talking about Jay and Silent Bob. Dave, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Zurg, the Sentient, Death Deal, Cleanster, and Noteworthy Nerd. Dave, that is super, super nice of you. I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the support. Thank you, everybody, for watching. To be able to be gifted the sub by Dave, I appreciate that a lot. And big freaking cheers. Hey, Julia, could you scotch me, please? You can, in 5 minutes. Proceed as requested.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Dave, thank you, man. That's awesome. That sound effect, by the way, is Brad and I almost hitting a bird. Like, really close. That was... We've had 3 or 4 really close calls on the bird strike. Q and Brad. Steve just asked Q for some scotch. Steve just asked Q for a scotch. Brad's first flight with Q in a jet, they annihilated two birds. Like red mist completely murdered town. So the common denominator there is Brad. He is bad luck for birds. All right, we're getting close to the mountains, and let's see if we can find some super sketch places to land. That will get you. I think if we start coming a little bit north, we'll have a little bit more luck. This is like rocky, mountainous stuff. I don't know if we're going to have any luck finding a spot to land in that garbage. That looks good. Yeah, I like the rolling hills stuff is pretty fun. Yeah, the pictures are outrageous too. Like, yeah, this is a fun story. So I am a flight stalker. So whenever Brad or Q or anybody that I've stalked Max a few times, but I obviously am able to really stalk Brad and Q because I work right next to the airport. So Q is about to go on his very first jet trip. He was MIA for like 2.5 weeks studying at flight safety. So, was like really excited that he finally got signed off and he gets put on this jet trip. And he's, texting me like, hey, we're about ready to go. So I've got, and the tail number is blocked, so I'm not able to look up the actual plane. So I'm clicking refresh. I finally see the type taxiing down. I'm like, cool, they're rolling now. So I open up live ATC and I go to the window of my office to see if I can spot them taking off. And I'm listening to ATC and I'm telling this coworker who's sitting next to the window, I'm like, yeah, my friends are about to go off on this jet trip, and I've got the radio on, and Q is FO for this trip. It wasn't live, I don't think, right? Yeah, no, it wasn't live. It was John Wayne Van Nuys. So it was a non-live leg, but it was his first time in up front in the jets. So Brad is flying, Q's FO on the radios. I hear Q taxi, I hear Q talk to the tower, get the takeoff clearance. Then I hear Brad's voice saying, John Wayne Tower, blah, blah, blah. We've got a bird strike. You might want to send ops to check out the runway. And I was like, oh, frick. Brad sounded panicked, or not panicked, this is the wrong word. He sounded deliberate and not like his normal self on the radio. So I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna have a single engine return to land on Q's very first trip. So tower gets on, and I think it was actually one of the guys that we know on the tower say, are you coming back to land? And Brad says, no, we're going to continue, but it was like about hotel where the bird was hit. And he's like, okay, cool, we'll check it out, thanks. So I'm like, okay, phew, like they're continuing, so the plane is fine. I wonder how bad it is. They finally get to Van Nuys, and I'm like listening and following along just to make sure everything was okay. And I get the picture of Q kneeling down in front of the right main gear with blood covering the entire strut. It was just bread. It was freaking gross. Oh my god, poor Q. Thank you, Julia. Just in time for landing. This is like the sketchiest spot to try to land this thing. Found it. Found the ground. Q has not brought you scotch. That is a crime against Twitch viewing. Hey, thanks, Maria. Everybody say hello to my mother, Maria. You will always find the ground. You may recognize Maria from such audio cues as...
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the shut the f up sign. So please, be seated.
Steve, Q, if you guys want that for your upcoming flights, let me know and I'll send you that in MP3 form. Maria, what are you Bill exclamation pointing me for? You're the one that said it. Someone ported it over? It looks great as is, honestly. CD or floppy disk. Okay, yeah. The planes are a little bit too old for that. Oh! Okay, so the tail will actually lift static. Oh, shit. Come on, here we go. Okay, tail is up. Whoa. 8-track? We could do 8-track. Yeah, Q, your rides are way older than Steve's. Whoa, that would have been so sketch in real life. Listening to Billy's Twitch, a Discord, and an old school chat with audio is like trying to request access to SoCal airspace. Cheers, all. Walker, have a great one, man. Thank you so much for the bits and the support, hanging out. Appreciate it, dude. See ya! So back to that conversation with X-Plane, between X-Plane and this. This is awesome. You would never do this in X-Plane, and this is part of aviation that I think is extremely romantic that we didn't really get to do in X-Plane except for the Prop Strike Studios Quantum River, and that was not really as explorative as this is because it's, you know, a couple of airports. So this is, you know, you're able to fully, you know, do the bush flying thing, which is awesome. Nijak, in real life, I fly a PA-28 Piper Archer and a Cessna 172. Q, does it count? Does the Bonanza count? That's more of a have I flown rather than what do I fly? I think. Hopefully it could be more of a I fly by association. I mean, I've been in it. I've flown in that thing enough to pretty much say just by osmosis that I've flown it, but I do have PIC time in that thing. Oh, Striders. Dude, Steve, I will take you up on that too. If the timing works out even a little bit, I love King Airs so much. And you know what, Steve? I did a stream and the video's up on YouTube. I used the checklist that you gave me to go through the startup procedure in the King Air in this, and it's hilariously jank, like really bad. Just passed my PPL check ride. I've been flying Diamond 20s. Dude, Nijak, congratulations, man. Cheers to the PPL. Striders, I would love that. I think it would probably be best if we waited until there was an actual King Air available for this that was not all in-opt. Yeah, live over the... Yeah, it's super easy to do and be really fun. But it's so... You would just be like, okay, do you see the inertial separators over there? Okay, click that. Sorry, Steve, that is in-opt. Damn it. Okay, see that button? All right, click on that.
Pull up.
Steve, that button also does not work. Damn it! Everything was in-opt. It was hilarious. Vxion, thank you. You're back. You had another account under the wrong email, and now you're back. That is freaking awesome. They actually, the inertial separators are actually modeled, and they call it, I think they call it engine heat. I think they call it engine heat and not actually inertial separators. I work for an undisclosed airline and the number of MELs are crazy. Desktop pilot, well that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's if you're used to that, then you'll be right at home in the King Air and this. Yeah, it's super goofy, but it was really fun to go through the checklist, and it's kind of tough for the first time jumping into the plane, going through the checklist and not knowing where that item is. So you haven't been introduced to the layout of the cockpit at all. So I have, I'm at that point, I'm not being reminded to do something. I'm being told to look for something. Okay, now look for the, and I'm like, crap, where is this thing? I gotta hunt around for it. Is this it? Okay, turn this thing on. But it looks gorgeous. It looks really good, and it sounds really good, and it flies like absolute horse crap. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I love. I've done that with Brad. I've done that with Q. Walking through basically like a ground lesson. It's essentially just doing a ground lesson with the simulator. I love that. It would just be... It wouldn't work with it because the plane does not fly. It doesn't fly like anything, actually. But you're making me want to load it up. Load it up and fly into Telluride in snow. This looks gorgeous. Do it! Telluride in the snow!
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
20.
TWENTTTTTTTTTTY.
Arnold, thank you for 20 TTTTTTTTY months. That's amazing, Arnold. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. I love it. 20 months. And Vxion, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate that, man. I love it. That's so cool. Striders, I'm gonna land. We're full stop in this thing, in this field right here. This is our cabin for the weekend. We're gonna pull up right by that guy. Yeah, I think you'll be impressed by how it looks. It's not very impressive how it works, but it's gonna be pretty awesome. Steve is about to be salty. It's gonna be. I'm excited. I am excited for this. This will be cool. Whoa, see, look at that. That's a nice little balloon job. Dude, this was too easy to land here. All right, we gotta go. Yeah, turboprops are awesome. So we'll talk about this in a second once we once we load it up. But Striders in the chat is an ass chief in a King Air. And you should be all very impressed by that. Oh, look, satellite TV, dude. This is the best Airbnb. Look at that, satellite TV. We've got our own basic airstrip here. We're ready to do it this weekend. Labor Day. Okay, there's that. Here we go.